Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Young here, and today I'm back on our Fortnite video. And in today's video, I'm going to teach you guys how to get your first win here in Season 8. Season 8 just dropped today, and there is a lot of changes in this game that I want to talk about really quick before we get into it. And as well, I'm just going to go over some tips and tricks to help you guys win your first game here in Season 8. And before we get into the video, I have a V-Buck giveaway. If you guys want a chance to win some free V-Bucks, all you need to do is to drop a like on this video, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on my notifications, and as well leave a comment down below of your Xbox gamer tag, your PSN gamer tag, or Epic account. And as well, make sure you guys have me added and supported as a creator. All you need to do this is go over to the item shop, hit X, go to support a creator, and then type in my code, and my code is Young Humor. And once you type that in, all you have to do is accept it, and you will have me added and supported as a creator. So make sure you guys do that. It really does help me out. And alright guys, let's get right to the video. Alright, so in this video, I actually do have the first game that I won in Season 8. I woke up really early this morning. I woke up at like 5 a.m. just because the update was coming out. So I said, screw it, why not? I wanted to get some early gameplay on Season 8. So pretty much as soon as it came out, I downloaded the update, hopped in right in a few games, and I was able to get this 15 kill win in solo. And of course, for most of my other videos, I'm going to be posting 20 kill gameplays, but I really wanted to get a win early in Season 8. So I hopped into solo, because most of the games that I'm playing, most of the games you see on my channel, I am playing in solo or duo squads, but I really wanted to get a win early. I didn't want to grind for like an hour and a half and then not end up getting a win, so I did hop in a few games of solos, but I was still able to drop 15, which is still a pretty good game. And so starting out in Season 8, there's a lot of really good changes to the game that I wanted to talk about, and a lot of things that I didn't expect. And so the first thing that I would like to talk about is aim assist, and they actually added aim assist through Windows, which is one thing that was kind of huge, and one of the most annoying things to go against when I was playing against PC players, in the pop-up cup, or maybe if I was just playing online with a few friends who were on PC. It was just really annoying because I was getting beamed through Windows, and I wasn't able to hit my shots at all because I didn't have aim assist through Windows. But they did make it in the update where aim assist actually does work through Windows, which is absolutely huge, especially for a lot of console Fortnite players and controller players. It really does make a huge difference being able to shoot through Windows. It's going to be a huge change, and definitely something that I'm going to look more to do, because before I didn't have any aim assist through Windows, so I really wasn't looking for those shots. But now, since I do have that, I'm definitely going to be looking out for a lot of those shots, seeing what opportunities I can get through Windows, just because now I do have aim assist and I'm going to be able to hit those shots. And one of the first changes you guys are going to notice going into Season 8 is they actually changed the audio on pretty much everything in the game. Shotguns have a little bit different of audio. For those of you guys who can hear it in the background, it does sound a little bit different, and as well assault rifles have a little bit of change. And they were trying to fix stuff with the vertical audio. That was definitely a huge problem for this game, just hearing players or not really being able to hear them if you couldn't tell if they were above you or below you. It was really a big problem for me because I would get shot from above, or someone would be like literally one step above me and I would think they're below me. But now they made a update where they kind of changed it up a little bit. They made it have a kind of a different sound. It's really hard to explain, but you guys are definitely going to notice it when you play it. That does have a little bit different of a sound, so it's going to help you guys out, seeing where the enemies are, if you're going to hear them from above you or below you. But really, other than that, I don't think there was really any more other major changes, except for they did, add new areas to the map. And I can't remember the names of the areas off the top of my head, but they are a little bit above retail. So if you guys want to check out the new locations, they are in that. It's pretty simple to do. If you just look at a map, you should be able to spot the new areas very easily. So for the rest of this gameplay, I like to commentate over it and kind of break it down on step by step exactly what I did. So really out here starting, I didn't have the most amount of kills coming out of Tilted Towers, and that's one of the main reasons why I started playing a lot more solo squads, because there's going to be a lot more players to find. So I really only had 3 kills with 26 people left, but I'm still going to be able to pick up 15 kills in this game. So I'm going to be able to kill at least one more player before leaving retail, and this player was just sitting on top of Trump. This guy wasn't the greatest of players, so I was able to get one tag on him there. I'm just going to go for high ground. But since I know this player really isn't the best at players, I don't want him to just run around and just run inside of Tilted, because that's going to be the most annoying thing ever, to try to search for that player if he's camping behind walls, if he's camping behind who knows what. So even though he really wasn't a sweaty player, I still wanted to play him very quickly so I didn't have to drag off the gunfight for 2 or 3 minutes. So I'm getting a lot of tags on this player, and for some reason I feel like I'm just getting stuck game after game. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but I've had a lot of times. I even had this one time where I was by the dusty plains, and so they took out the plains, but back like a week ago, I was just nailing this guy who was coming on the zip line, and this guy Kobe'd a clinger from all the way from the zip line to the top of that dusty mountain and stuck me. I don't know if it's it's just me, but I'm getting stuck left and right by these clingers. Super annoying, but is what it is. You can't really do anything about it. And when this player went for the box in where he coned up, one thing he forgot to do is he didn't place the floor, he placed the cone initially. So what I did, I took advantage of that. I was able to put the floor panel, and then I was able to get the cone and then make the play on him from there. And I did like 100 damage to him just right there. And that really is just the best way to counter a lot of players, is just try to find the small mistakes that they do. Because that guy boxed up and then he didn't push the floor, he just placed the cone. So I saw an opportunity to place a floor panel right there, and I was able to get control of both those panels, and I was able to make the play on him from there. And I'm not gonna lie, I was choking my builds a ton. I wasn't able to build up, so I said screw it, I'm gonna sit on low ground and I'm gonna wait for this player to jump down, because at this point that guy had pretty good high ground. So basically I just waited for him to come on top of my box or to come really close to me, and then I was gonna make a play for high ground, because otherwise if I were to make a play on it before, then he would have already been 2 or 3 ramps above me, and it would have been pretty annoying to try to deal with that player. So I waited him to come down to me, and then I went for a push on high ground and got it pretty easily. And while I was in that gunfight, there was another player trying to shoot at us, and he was directly north, but this player ended up getting killed by another player that was behind him, and so that's the player I'm going to push. This guy has no idea I'm coming up, so I'm just ramping up, going for high ground, trying to see where this player is, and I notice him right behind that car, and I do pretty good damage to him. I did like 100 damage right off the start, so this should be a pretty simple kill. I see this guy box in, I'm going to place the cone over top so he can't place that. I get the floor panel, and I'm going to make a quick edit play, and I'm going to hit him once, hit him twice, and then finish him off there. So at this point, there's only 8 more people in this entire game, and now that I think about it, I have 8 kills with 8 people left. I kill the rest of the lobby, and in this gunfight, when I'm finding the other player, I'm just keeping my high ground, trying to make for a quick edit play or two, but ultimately, I'm just keeping high ground and keeping an advantage above that player. And this guy's gonna drop down. I honestly thought he was gonna die to fall damage, but he was just sitting under that ramp popping a mini or two, and I was able to drop down and get him with a quick headshot and finish him off. And this player just, I don't even know what he was doing, just camping there with a balloon. And so here's a really good thing that I wanted to talk about. And so this player was just sitting on high ground. He was just, trying to snipe me, trying to AR spam me. So what I was trying to do here is I was trying to go up a little bit and then use a launch pad to kind of launch myself up to high ground, because in a recent update they made it where you can jump 25% higher off the launch pad. So I was going to use that to my advantage and try to ramp up. And this player was just being super annoying and shooting me out. So this player was just going to sit on top of high ground and then shoot me out constantly. I was going to burn through a ton of mats that I really didn't have. So I was going to use this launch pad. I had 2 of them, and I was going to use both of them to go for high ground to try to give myself a little bit an advantage, because I don't want to burn through all of my mats getting up there, and at the same time this guy's sniping at me, so I don't want to let him take too many shots at me and drain my HP before I rush him. So I get my launch pad down and I use that to go for high ground, and by the time I actually get up to the player, I only have like 200 or 300 mats and I have 300 steel. So when I came up here, if I would have built up here without using my launch pads, I guarantee you I would have had far less than 100 mats just trying to ramp up to the other player. So using the launch pads to go for high ground instead of just using my materials was definitely a really good play right there, and I was able to get all the way up without burning through everything. And in this game in particular, they actually had some sort of bug where they weren't dropping mats per kill, which is something that Epic is going to fix. It just, for whatever reason, it was kind of a glitch that was going on. So honestly, in this game, mats weren't really the best suit. So I would normally just kept high ground here and wait for the player to come out, but I decided to go for the materials on this player because I kind of needed some. And grabbing his materials, I go immediately back for high ground and try to see where this player is coming from. And honestly, what I should have done is I should have had the brick, and I should have put the pyramid too, just so it would have been a little bit harder for him to shoot me out. But it really didn't matter in that situation, because I was able to still get a few tags on the player, tagged him twice with my AR, and I was able to get a really clean shot on the side for 130 and finish that player off. So we have 2 players left in the game, and this player I honestly should have been able to trap kill, but I was struggling really bad, because switching between traps and builds and on console or on controller is honestly really difficult, just because there's a little bit of a delay in between each, and it can just be super annoying and super petty to do so. So here I am going into the last gunfight, and there's going to be one other player left in this game. He starts throwing cleaners at my box, and just because he's spamming me with some explosives, I was just going to sit back a little bit, see what this guy does for a play. And so here I'm just keeping my high ground, and then I'm going to get quite a bit of shots on this guy with my P90, and I'm starting using the P90 a little bit more than the blue SMG, just because the P90 does 20 damage and the blue SMG does 19, so I feel like I'm getting a lot more laser with the P90, so I'm going to definitely start using it a little bit more in my gameplays. And with that being said, that's wrap up for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, hope you guys liked it, and if you guys could, drop a like on this video, Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on my notifications so you're notified for every single new video. And alright guys, I will see you next video.